Okay, I think we've got it working. And again, this is just a quick test to see if I can actually record and the what I'm recording does come up. And you see, this is what I did in the last stream, but none of this actually showed on the stream. The stream it had so much of a delay, and I don't know why that had such a delay on it. I've faffed around. I've gone back up on YouTube and found other things to sort things out. But this is the image. It is now up on my page for my little picture you see when you've subscribed, or the button you press to subscribe onto my channel, guys. So if you do like it, definitely let me know. And if you think you can change it in any way, let me know, guys. I did, as you can see, I did do it in blue, and I did a few other things to it. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add like a few bits here and there to see if those bits show up. And again, it is a little dragon inside an egg, as my name is Blut084, BLUT 084 Art and Games, and I'm all about fire and fireworks this month. And I'm going to grab that file I was working on. Give me a second to open previous. And we'll open up the critter file, which I can't find as JPEG, sorry, or JPG, as it is in its format. I'm just trying to look for the previous one. What I might have to do, which I'm going to have to do, is go into Open, and then open up the actual files itself. Find that file by pressing on Dragon, and it should come up with the critter file there. And I'll open the critter file, and I'll grab that critter file, and it should give me what I was working on earlier on instead of the image that I've finished. There we go. So we've got the image that I've got and the one that I would like to use now, because I want the layers. You got the different layers. Without having it in a critter file, guys, you will not have it in being able to use the layers again. So do bear that in mind, that always keep your critter file until you're completely satisfied with your image and you want to say, yeah, I'm done, or you want to do whatever you're going to do with it. You can print it out. What I do is I always Instagram it, or this is how sometimes I will make my thumbnails and things like that. But like I was doing, I want to make a few effects and see if these actually record. Oopsie, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. That's somebody on Instagram. Again, you can find me on Instagram. It's the same name, different place. And as always, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and then sort of make a fire effect behind it. Again, I'm not putting loads of detail. I'm just sort of faffing around to see if this records, and if you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Just going to get a few things here. That's not what I want. Again, if this records, awesome. If it doesn't, bugger. And you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get rid of that altogether, and I'm going to change the opacity and make it ever so slightly light, and give it a little bit of a flick underneath. I will use a bleeder tool, or the, what's it called here? The blender, sorry, to sort of deal with all the issues that I don't like. I'll blend them together and try and make it look a little bit more fiery. In fact, what I will do is I'll get rid of. Hey, look at that! Look at that, guys. That's pretty. You know what I mean? I almost might kind of want to leave it as that and have that as my profile picture, because you know that looks pretty cool as a little outline. It is sketchy and it is a little bit pixelated, but that's because it's an image that is quite small. Again, I pulled it off the internet, and it's a tiny image that I'm using. In fact, the image is 218 times 30 or 302, and it's 1-8 megabytes. But like I said, this is me sort of seeing what I can do. I'm not sure if the cursor's coming up, but I did click that I didn't want you to see the cursor, which I kind of regret doing now. But this is the image that I've got, and this is the, so I'm going to do a few bubbles underneath. They won't stay as bubbles. They will go up and fire. But again, it is fire and fireworks on my channel. And in the moment, guys, I'm going to be going over to my live streaming sector. I did try and live stream this earlier on, as you guys did know, and of course a couple of these dudes that tune in on my games actually tuned in. We need to stop doing that. I'm going to have to turn the opacity down that as well. Some of you guys did actually tune in and watch that live stream, and I do apologise that the live stream wasn't the greatest. It's just, I do think it's just purely my PC itself. It's not the greatest. It's not old. It's not new, but it's not super out of date. It's just the CPU factoring and things like that. It's just out of the range. I'm only on 32-bit at the moment, and that's kind of what I'm working with at the moment is 32. I upgraded a couple few months ago now, and got things sort of the way I wanted them for, just so I could open up Critter, because you've got to have a 32-bit per PC at a minimum, otherwise your Critter files will not open, guys. So just bear that in mind if you do want to get Critter yourself. And guys, if you do want Critter and you want to know where to get Critter, again, this is completely free, guys, so it is absolutely brilliant for beginners like me and maybe you. So if you are sort of wanting something to sort of learn how to use certain tools, again, most of these tools you can find in Photoshop, but you have to pay about 20 quid a month, and that you definitely have to pay it monthly. There is no single fee just to get it once. You have to pay it monthly, and it's subscription based, which is why I'm not getting it, because I'm only a beginner, and I've got to bring in work before I do any like major upgrades to my systems and things like that. Instead of sipping my coffee, my voice goes. But again, guys, I'm faffing here, making to see if any of this actually pops up. So I'm going to bring up the dragon again. That was the image I started with. Obviously, the blue I put in there before I started putting any different extra lines on, and then I've put the oh, I tried to use scales, but I kind of like that little effect that I've done. It looks almost furry. And as it is, again, fire and fireworks, I'm sort of doing certain things. I'm going to go back into this thing here, make it smaller. That didn't work at all. And again, guys, if you do close your picture, you will lose what you originally put down. So again, bear that in mind. Once you close your Critter file, all the colouring goes, but not the picture, obviously. The colours that you've used up in the top here, top right, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but up in the top right here, they will all disappear. So all the colour palette that you had previously will not stay there if you have closed the app, which I have done after a stream earlier on, because I actually had to go out and do a few bits. And again, I'm just faffing here. I will show you more in depth how to do all this properly in later videos, but today is just me quickly sort of finishing off my image that I was doing earlier on. I might put a few flames hanging out around the side here as well. Let's see how that looks. I kind of like having an egg around it, because again, my name is a French word, but I'm not French. But I have I used to know a few French people, and I was on the Xbox, which is where I originally started. I was on Mixer and things like that. My name was Blute, as my name is Bluto in fact. So I generally stayed as, you know, same as close as I can get it. People use their original names. My name's Bluto. It's not my actual name, but I'll never really use that name again. So I'm Bluto. If you ever needed to get hold of me, guys, and that's hence the name Blute. But Blute comes from a French word meaning unformed fetus inside of an egg, and I sort of adapted the name, and I like the idea of eggs, and I generally keep to the theme of eggs as much as possible, really. And stuff like that. It's generally how it works for me. Is I'll use an egg for shape. I did my actual first original picture was horrendous. I didn't get in Critter. It was not. It was an egg, but it was hand drawn, and yeah, I did. Did try to use Critter for the first time. And ever since then, I've gotten a lot better. I've learned how to use the different tools in the bottom here. As you probably can see some of them here. And sorry guys, I'm just there. And in the background here, and sorry, in the bottom here, you can bottom right hand in the corner if you want to check those. These are all different tools, and you've got digital, you've got erasing, you've got effects, you've got inking tools, painting, pixel art, and sketch, which is one of my favorite ones to use, and textures, which again one of my favorites used. I'm going to use a texture now just to quickly show you what you can do. You get like spots and things like that, and all sorts of good stuff. I don't need spots here, so I'm going to take those away. Again, you've got all the tools that you need. You've got eraser tools, you've got opacity. You can upscale, downscale the opacity. You can even do the opacity here, which I found out quite well, a while ago. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I might use that. But if you think your image is a bit too dark, you can take away some of the opacity, and basically opacity means it fades it. That's all it does, really. Fades it up and gets things the way you really want them. Those little tools. I love the star tool. Ding. Give them a ding. Star tool. And let's quickly show you. If I shrink that ever so slightly and give him a, okay, that's too small. Give him a little sparkle in his eye. There we go, his little sparkle. But if I was to do a larger, and then go to the, I always use digital, it's just on my way, my go-to sort of thing. And you've got the, what's this one called? Adjust dodge, whatever the friggin' hell that means. I call it brightening and shining things up. There you go, nice and shiny. Yeah, again, you can use the opacity tool to, not the tool, the opacity levels and things. So if you think it's a bit too much, you can have it lighter. But it took me a while to fiddle, and I fiddled indeed. And different other things that I do. Again, I would definitely recommend getting this file, getting this app, guys. And again, I'm making a quick video to see where this video actually goes, because it's a pain in the ass to find the videos once it the way I'm recording it is on OBS, and OBS is again another free app, and it's cooperative. It works with you as long as you're up to date with your technology, which I'm not. So certain things I know, certain things I don't know, and if you're watching and you think, oh, you should have done that, you dumbass, then I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you think, and what you would do differently, guys, if you would do anything at all. Obviously you've got different things, you've got all sorts of good stuff, and I generally just faff a lot all the time. Just faff and slowly work with stuff and make sure everything I'm happy with, and what I'm watching. We got low disk space, so I'm going to end that here now, guys, and hopefully you have enjoyed this quick little video, and you want to see some more. Keep tuning, guys, keep tuned, and this is how I'm going to be recording my live streams from now on. No, let me explain. When I will be doing my live streams, which is normally by camera, and when I do them in camera, I can do them directly from the YouTube app itself. As you probably know, you've got You've got a camera live stream app. Is it called? I don't know. But yeah, up on YouTube, this is how you go to your live stream, and you would you can make a live stream from there. I did try live streaming from this OBS app to YouTube, and it was horrendously laggy. The delay on it was stupid, and you couldn't actually see what I was drawing. You could see the picture I was bringing up, but you couldn't actually see anything that I was doing. So I'm going to be recording when I do the live streams. I will use my camera as I always do, but what I will do, guys, just because I know sometimes the quality of the video when I'm recording with my camera isn't great when I'm doing the digital versions. When I'm doing the paper version, there's no problems whatsoever. There's a little bit of fuzz, but I can always give you a zoom in so you can see what I've actually drawn there. But the fuzz isn't a big deal, and you can see it clear enough. You can tell yourself. Go check the other videos, guys. See what you think, and let me know if you want any pictures done in the future. Or next month is obviously December, and we've got this new theme. Obviously I'll let you know later on in the month what the theme's going to be. It's probably going to be an obvious one, but this month is fire and fireworks. Last month was dark month, and definitely go check out those playlists. They're up in the playlist there, guys. Check the playlists for all the last artwork and the other creations that I've done. The previous old videos from January, I think it was, they were done on my son's laptop using his camera, so they're not the greatest quality, but you can still see what I've drawn. So what I would just definitely suggest, because the sound quality is horrendous, is turn them down and just sort of watch the drawing freehand drawing, as I'm going. But again, I've got myself an art book, and I'm now going professional, and I would love to know what you guys thought. And if any of you guys do want any of my pictures that I've drawn, you can have them either in a digital format, or I'll take a photocopy of the drawings I've done either on paper for you to keep your own. I have got somebody that did win something over on Mixer, which I will be sending to him very, very soon, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of the content that's coming out after this. And again, guys, I'll end it here, and my name has been Blut084, BLUT084. Let me know how this actually works out for you, and if you've enjoyed this quick little video. I'm going to be going live very, very soon, and I'll see you shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.